Welcome back to the realistic road to glory here on FC25. We crack on with European competition today with Heerenveen to start and FC Cluj afterwards. But surrounding those two European games, there's some important Premier League ties as well. Aston Villa at home, Brighton away and Burnley at the Stephen Derby Arena. We could do with some points on the board in the Premier League. Form has been okay, but we're drawing more than we're winning at the minute, and we really haven't won that much in the Premier League thus far this season. So pretty keen to get some points on the board, and a number of them today if we can, to try and kickstart this season domestically. We are obviously going very well in Europe. We're currently top of the Europa Conference League phase, after scoring 7 and only conceding 1 in the opening 2 games. Heerenveen, though, are having a good start. They're currently 3rd. We do have Ajax coming in the next month. Might be tomorrow's episode, might be the episode after that. I'm not entirely too sure. However, Cluj, 28th. Drawn 1, lost 1 so far, and we'd love to continue that sort of form for them. So the plan is to sim the European games and to play the Premier League games, but depending on what this result is, we may well end up playing Cluj if we need a result to guarantee, or to give us as good a chance as possible of getting some points on the board in the league phase as well. And it is a 2-1 defeat here to Heerenveen. The Dutch side beat us by 2-1 with a late winner 15 minutes from time from Wittenveen. So not ideal, but we'll see where we are in the table. Obviously, top 8 is the priority in that competition to guarantee progression through to the round of 16 rather than having to go through the playoffs. But where does that now move us in the table? We're 7th, so it's still very much doable. But again, we do need to remember that it's only 6 games in the league phase, not 8. So there are less opportunities to get the points that we need to go through. In the league, we're 3 points above the drop, which is closer than I might like it to be after 10 games. And we're sizably off the top spots at the minute. But we've played a lot of those top teams, and we do need to make sure that against the lesser sides, we do get victories, not draws. That's going to make the difference for us. So we shall welcome Aston Villa to the Stephen Derby Arena next. That'll be the game that we go to in a moment. Saying thank you to Mr. Henry, to Eve, and to Gizio on the board behind me. Apologies for certainly mispronouncing that username, Gizio Gamer. But thank you for all of your continued support in the comment section. We are going to be streaming this save on this channel on YouTube moving forward. In fact, I'm going to be live right now as this video hits your sub box. So do come and join me live. Have some F125 launches today on stream as well. So do come and join me. Obviously, we're live on Twitch the whole time as well, as we stream on multiple platforms. I'm going to go and make sure my finances are up to date. And then it's time to take on Aston Villa. Aston Villa are scarily good. They sit 5th at the moment, and they have improved in the summer window. Ramsdale in goal, Castillo, Botman, Araujo, and Joaquin Saiz is the back line. Valverde, Santos, Diaby, Adeyemi, Torre, and Osimhen is the forward few. Yikes. They do also have an 87 rated Lucas Bergfall on the bench as well to call on, as well as an 84 rated Edison too, and an 84 rated Facundo Farias, and the pace of Samuel Ireland Jr. will certainly cause problems if they decide to go to him as well. We're at full strength. Obviously, Morgan Rogers playing against his former side for the first time, so hopefully he can put in a good performance. Hopefully everybody can put in a good performance. We do need some results in the Prem. Torre out to Castillo. Tucked back to Diaby. I can't quite get to him. And Pablo Torre turns well. It's a good block by the defender. Still, we're going to have to get in the way. And thankfully, Moussa Diaby fires wide. Aston Villa on the front foot pretty immediately, but thankfully not scoring a goal. Engels forward and out wide here to Dibbling, who's had a quiet season so far, Tyler Dibbling, but hopefully he can liven up very soon indeed. Thanks here too. Similarly quiet since the first couple of games. Looking down the edge of the box here, it's Sara. Gabriel Sara from the edge. It's over the bar, unfortunately. Chances created at both ends of the ground. Will Lancashire certainly started the game, started the season red hot, 3 goals in 3 games, and they have since dried up again. But we know from last year's experience not to write him off. He was very quiet at the beginning of last season and ended up winning the Golden Boot. Almost old school Harry Kane-esque. That's not a foul as far as I'm concerned from Joshua Shempong on the Villa man, but the referee deemed it so. And the cross comes in, but we should win that and have. And gotten to the follow-up ball as well. And Arne Engels will look to try and go on a counter-attack here. And Dibbling is up against Andre Santos, who looks like he's very quick, but he just can't quite keep up with the runner Tyler Dibbling, who's in the box here, but can't beat Ramsdale. The goalkeeper comes up with a very important save for his team. Engels delivers the corner. Yarrick's there underneath it. Palacio will get to this first. Sara's here again, but not enough room to get a shot away. Can Ashempong, Josh Ashempong, and inside, and first time, blocked again. Villa and ourselves both defending very well thus far. Thanks here with a little back heel here to Arne Engels. I'm going to run out of room though. Sara, drill it. Didn't quite find the gap. 20 minutes in, it's anyone's game at the moment. Andre Santos pushing forward through the middle. And Pablo Torre. That was moving. An effort and a half from the attacking midfielder. Villa firing back. There has been quite a bit of Bradford pressure in the past 10 to 15 in-game minutes, but they're letting us know, don't switch off. We're very much still part of this game and will take the lead if you give us the chance. Thought I could squeeze that through there in the midfield and get the ball down the forward end again. We'll try this time instead, and there's continually plenty of space out here for Tyler Dibbling. They are leaving him far too open, far too often, but I'm not able to get Lancashire properly into the game at the minute. Need to fix up in the final third with my passing and shooting if we're to finally take the lead in this game. Lancashire will use Sara, let Lancashire get back towards the central areas, which he's done now, and he's in well, and he's turned superbly. The shot's well blocked, and Dibbling just can't quite react to it. Oh, a goal's coming, I'm sure, but I just can't get what I'm looking for at the moment in the final third. Cement. Well in, Palacio. What a take. What a take, Dibbling. Brilliant. Lancashire in the box. Ramsdale with a save again. Really, really need to find a goal here, because if we don't, Villa will make us pay for it eventually. There's no way Villa don't score in this game. So we have to take one of these chances to ensure that we stand a chance of getting some points today. 1 minute added on, so this needs to find its way towards the danger area and sharpish. And it could do through Dibbling. Plenty in the middle. Sara's there. Ramsdale with the save. How many chances do we need to score a goal? One more, maybe. Ah, that's going to be half time. That's going to be half time. Palacio's in the way. Keeper's ball. Just dink it in there, actually. And Sara can nod that down, and maybe we can get away. Sara looking to do the away getting. Space out wide here for Morgan Rogers, who's not seen much of the ball, to be fair, in the first half. He's done well to recover that after poorly giving it away. Lancashire looking for him again. Rogers just can't find the final ball or finish against Aston Villa here. Oh, he's gone the other way. This is awkward now. We've got numbers forward here, Villa. Some men out wide, though, is certainly a positive for us and makes them easier to defend against. Makes it down to Sara. Space for Rogers. Brilliant ball. That's superb from Sara. And Rogers is in behind. Tried to open the angle and find the far corner and couldn't do it. Oh, come on. I can't dominate like this and not score, surely. Well up, Sara again. Castillo gets to it first, though. Well in, Sara again. He might be declining a little bit, Sara, but he is still offering absolutely everything in the midfield. Goal threat. Passing creativity. Defensive solidarity. Oh, but they've got goal threats of their own. Victor Osimhen has the effort. That's DRB off. Not sure who there's... Oh, they brought on Lucas Bergfall in his place. They might have changed their system now, taking off a winger for a centre mid. Andre Santos from range. And then Bergfall with the effort that forces the save out of Bergstrom. Scandinavian against Scandinavian. Delivery in. It's Bergfall again. And Bergstrom right behind it continually. Have they changed their system? I just want to see if there's maybe somewhere else we can try and exploit them. But no, Bergfall is just playing out on the right-hand side. Ouattara. Rogers gets there first. I've just made the decision to take Lancashire off. I might regret that. What a block. Tried to say to myself, I had a split thought of finesse it, and then decided against it because of how bad the finesses have been so far. And that split-second indecision cost us the chance to have the chance. And now here come Villa. Pablo Torre cannot let them get this down the line to Osimhen. But they've worked it really well to do so. Palacios out of stamina here. Osimhen in the box. Good save, Bergstrom. We will clear it. This is getting ever so dangerous everywhere on the pitch. Ribeiro is the man we've called on in the middle. It's been excellent for us in European competition. Now he needs to do it for me in the Premier League to help us win this game against Aston Villa, please. We'll make some more changes momentarily. Bergfall again. Ouattara. Away. No, not away. Pablo Torre. Osimhen back. They're being patient here, Villa. Will it pay for them? Oh. Then they're impatient, Villa. No, it won't pay for them. We're destined for a 0-0 here at the minute. Into Sara. Electric feet. Looking for Rogers in the channel. And in the channel he is. Oh, trying to drill it across. Just can't get the right thing at the right time. Dibbling. Slayton Clarkson. In there is Palacios. Not really who I want in that situation. Aguinon working it along. It's a Shempong. He's tackled. Oh, mate. This is the most action-packed, chance-filled, 0-0 draw we've seen for a very long time. And it might not yet end 0-0. Clarkson gets a deflection on that, but it goes straight to Osimhen, and I'm not going to be able to get to him. And he's won it at the death. How lucky do my opposition want to get again? That could not have deflected more kindly straight to their striker, who, in that situation, is always going to finish it. We might have had a very lucky season last year. We're having a very unlucky season this year. We don't deserve that. But Villa will steal all 3 points, and we will get nothing for our considered efforts. Brighton are almost as strong as they ever have been in this save in recent years, although they're slightly weakened up top and have less options than they did from the bench as well. They only have an 11 and a bench, and that's the size of their whole squad at the minute. David Raya in goal for them. Teza, Kim Min-jae, Antonio Silva and Kadiolu at the back. Ibrahim Osman on the right with Javi Guerra, Pablo Barrios still and Jamie Beno-Gittins on the left. Johan Bonney still up top, but they have sold Nicholas Jackson, and Enzo Sternal is the only alternative at striker that they have available to them. They've got options of Koopmeiners is on the bench, Trincao as well, but other than Bianchi, who's a centre-back, and Buka, who's a goalkeeper, that's kind of it, really. So it's still a very good side, but it's a beatable team, I think. I hope, although they're still very strong in most of the key areas. Aguinon starts ahead of Morgan Rogers, is the only change from the game against Aston Villa. Morgan Rogers has not impressed me the way that I hoped he would. He's been fantastic in real life this past season, and I'm sure on FC26 he'll be significantly better than he is on FC25. But at the minute, even though he's 83 rated, I haven't been blown away by him, in all honesty. I'm not in control of him. I'm in control of the centre-back there, and Shempong has apparently fouled the man. I mean, that's laughable. What did I say in the last game about my luck this season? That is a laughable penalty decision. Johan Bonney steps up and tucks it bottom corner. Brighton lead by a goal to nil, and that is a farce. Raskin. Engels. Not much room. Engels to Sara and forward to Lancashire. Get it out wide to Aguinon. Going to cut inside here. There's a lot of bodies in the way. He's trying to squeeze the shot off. Oh, they're giving it away. They've gotten very fortunate to win it back again. Can we win this header? Yes. Engels and Lanks here, who dropped significantly deep. Out to Agbenon again. Just look at the amount of blue and white shirts around, and what a tackle. To win the ball back through the legs of the attacker. I mean, very, very unlucky so far this season in so many situations. Good save by Bergstrom, and we'll just make sure we get rid of it. Lancier's won that brilliantly. Agbenon gets there, and we'll look for Lancier over the top, but he's just not quite hit it hard enough. Lancier does well to get there, and Agbenon now looking to get in behind Jordan Tezzi, which he's done very well. Lancier's available inside, and Lancier equalises. At last, a goal today. Took only 17 minutes of this game. We had to go behind through a bullshit penalty first, but we're level. Sternal. So nicely, that's quickly played. Jamie Pino-Gittins. Javiguera's done me. Thought he was going to shoot first time and he didn't. And how is that for a finish? Right into the bottom corner, and Brighton have their lead back again. Brilliantly played. And it's the dummy shot almost. The drop of the shoulder made me think he was going to go for goal, so I went to get in the way of it. And he just took it one more step to the side. This works beautifully, and Brighton have themselves a lead here. Again. Can we find an equaliser again? Couldn't find a single goal against... Shut up, ref. This ref is absolutely off his nut. He hates me. We couldn't find a goal against Villa. We found one here at Brighton, but we now need more than one. How is that not a foul then, ref? Oh my God. Go, Tyler. That's not a great ball. He's going to get there first, though. Dibbling. Still! Raya with a stop. Engels into the middle. Yarek's there. He's up, but he's not going to get to it. Brighton will counter, will they? They certainly shall. Sternal. Don't let them score a third, Ches, for Christ's sake. Don't let them score a third. He's away from me. I can't get anyone across to get anywhere near him. Bergstrom thankfully makes the save. No defender across in support at all of the man out wide. And really, he should have finished, but you could say the same about me and Tyler Dibbling at the other end of the pitch. That is a terrible ball out by Sarah. He couldn't have underhit that by less if he tried. Another corner for Brighton then, with a chance to double their advantage. But they haven't. Sternal snapping at the heels, but can't get it off him. Johan Bonny. I thought I'd won that then, in all honesty. Little back heel. Excellently played. They're in again. Yarek is in the way again. You're not. I've won the... Oh my God, another Brighton penalty. Great replay. Not even showing the ball at all. Is Bonny going to go the same way? No. Polar opposite. Bottom left and top right. Brighton 3, Bradford 1. That might be game. Bonny. Oh, it's brilliantly worked. And Javiguera's in maybe for another one. Oh, the quality of finishing from Brighton today is very high tier. Javiguera with his second of the game. Two nonsense penalties aside, that now means that Brighton, without those pens, would be winning anyway. They are 4-1 up here at the Amex. This season is turning out to be significantly more difficult on Legendary than, on Ultimate than I anticipated that it would be. Some of it's BS, some of it's not. So ultimately, I feel like oh no, Johan Bonny's going to make it 5. Oh God! Sometimes you just get hammering. I think maybe once we have 85, 6 and 7 players throughout the whole team, maybe, just maybe, we'll be in this sort of position more regularly on the other side of things. Raskin, forward to Ribeiro. Agbenon on the run. Ribeiro doing well, looking for and finding Morgan Rogers out wide, who dinks it into the middle, looking for Agbenon. Not going to find him. What we are going to find is ourselves tumbling down the league table. Are we involved in a relegation fight this season, do you think? Based on the results thus far this season. Are we perhaps distracted by Europe? And having a Tottenham Hotspur / Manchester United-esque year here. Potentially. Hat-trick for Bonnie. Only one of them, I feel, is legitimate, but they still would have won 3-1 even without the pens. Oh no. Europa Conference League day against Cluj. They are 33rd of 36. So I'd like to think that we can get the result here. And we do by 2-0. Emil Smith-Rowe with a goal, Agbenon with the other. Smith-Rowe's loan spell is expiring soon. We only signed him on a 6-month loan spell. I would be open to and inclined to extending that and keeping him here for the full season again. Let me know what you think of that in the comment section. Tristan Goya wants first team football more regularly, and I think the fact that that conversation has happened the way that it has means he's probably put in a transfer request, I imagine. Yep, he has indeed. Goya wants out. Valued at £13 million. Only got 7 months left on his contract. We were going to let him go at the end of the season anyway. Do we cash in early if someone comes in? Potentially so. Would mean we'd need another fullback though. But we could surely loan someone in the short term. We don't really have any youth fullbacks other than Jay Davies. And Alves doesn't have the pace to play out wide. Something to consider for the January window. Although certainly something to consider is Emil Smith-Rowe. I think I would like to extend that loan contract. But you guys will have to let me know what you think in the comment section. We look like this financially at the moment. £46 million available, £37,500 in the wage budget, but with plenty available with the overspend we're allowed to do. Still thinking about Mateus Fernandes as a purchase in January, but we might not be able to afford him, so maybe a Smith-Rowe replacement is what we should do, or we just loan someone in, or just extend that loan and concentrate those funds elsewhere, or maybe for the stadium at the end of the season. I'm not sure at this stage. I could be swayed either way, really. But one thing that does need to change is our league form and position. 16th, a point above the relegation zone. Wins needed. Desperately. Juan Garcia in goal for Burnley here. We need a result today. Nico Williams at right back. Nianzou and Gehi, the centre-backs, with Jorge Cabello at left-back. Then Vermeeren and Doucouré in their midfield. Oscar Bob, Aaron Ramsey, Jordan Melvin and Nicolo Tresoldi still up top for Burnley, as he has been for a number of seasons now. Options on the bench aren't great. We've made a couple of changes to our starting lineup. We've got Clarkson into the midfield for Raskin, and Engels has dropped a little deeper. Longors and Davies and Grabara into the defensive unit. Nico Williams out to Oscar Bob. Jay Davies trying his hardest to dispossess him and does so very well. Sarah quickly forward but given away. I need to be more patient in my build-up for sure. If we're to do anything of any real note today, Melvin trying something truly spectacular and Grabara making a good save. It really would have been spectacular had it found its way into the back of the net. Vermeeren with the ball into the middle and up by Shempong, but not necessarily away. Vermeeren again. And Mark Gehi. Grabara with a save. Longors clears. That was a bit of a scramble. But we've done well enough to get the ball half cleared. And it's continually coming back at us. But Arne Engels does very well in that central area. I think Engels might actually be an upgrade at CDM on Raskin. And maybe we drop Raskin to the bench and improve in that other forward centre-mid role rather than the other centre-mid role, where I was previously anticipating bringing in Mateus Fernandes. I'm not sure what to do at the minute, especially considering the league table looks like the way it does. Not sure where I'm best to make additions. Lancashire looking for Dibbling. Probably should have waited and played the ball around the corner to Leighton Clarkson, but 21 minutes in, it's 0-0 still here at the Stephen Darby Arena. We are holding our own, so to speak, but it's not been massively Bradford orientated in the first 25 minutes or so. Plenty of time to change that, and hopefully that will happen now, but players are going to have to play more accurate passes than that. There's definitely a gap to play that through, and he's just kicked it straight at the Burnley man. I'm chasing shadows a little bit in the midfield for sure. Tresoldi, Grabara with a save. Over the bar it goes. Burnley only threatening from shots from distance, but they are threatening. They're going to take this short. Get the defender out there. Up goes one way then the other, and back again. Off to Nianzu. It's not the go-to. Bundled off it. Referee says unfairly so. And a free kick given. Is Ramsey or Bob going to give Burnley a 1-0 lead here? No. Davies and Sarah. Clarkson doing well. Who's the right back? Just hasn't worked for us with anything we've tried to do offensively today, other than the one goal against Brighton. We created plenty against Villa, but just couldn't find a way through, and found it really difficult to create my... I wanted a back heel. I asked for a fancy pass to get the back heel to fool the defender, and it didn't happen. I just haven't had the luck today. Everything against us went, or everything went against us, sorry, in the Brighton game. And against Villa, I felt very hard done by to lose that one. The way that deflection went for Victor Osimhen. Burnley have a corner here. We certainly run a high risk at the moment of getting drawn into a relegation battle that we just don't want to be involved in. Ashempong's got the legs, so I'm going to go for the counter of counters here. I've got someone square with me. And Lancashire won't have an easier goal all season. That could be a very big goal come the end of the season. It's a big goal now. We lead. William Palacio. Shut up, ref. Fucking hell. Referees hate me today, they really do. All floated in. Keeper's come for it, keeper gets there. Grabara bowls it out. I see Dibbling going on the run. Try and get there for the follow-up ball and can't. Sarah can't win that. And here come Burnley again. Engels in the way. Melvin. Tresoldi. Burnley equalise. 78th minute. And we're pegged back. Dibbling. And a Shempong. Finding Lancashire. Looking for Dibbling. I can't tell you how much of a relief it is to fire back immediately and get that lead back again. 82nd minute, just 5 minutes or so since Burnley equalised. This is going to be a massive win if we can see it through. Such an important opportunity to get 3 points in the bag now. Cabello. Little back heel. It's loose though from Burnley. They've given it away. Clarkson to Dibbling. We are desperate of a result. And when we're desperate of a result, we have to rely, or traditionally have always relied on in this side, in this setup, the striker and inside forward on the right-hand side. And who scored in this game? Old Faithful. Doesn't matter who's playing in those positions. We've been able to get results from players in those positions. Lancashire and Dibbling between them. Hold your tongue. Lancashire and Dibbling between them. Getting us the win at home against Burnley. Cannot underestimate how important that is. We are definitely having a significantly worse league season. Goes without saying. Perhaps expected with the distraction of Europe, and obviously in game terms the step up to Ultimate, but so long as we survive, I'm happy enough. Survival in the Premier League is enough for me this year, with us hopefully going to go well in the Europa League, making the adjustment to Ultimate difficulty, and still obviously with some areas still only being 81 or 2 rated. Room for growth continually throughout the squads to get those significantly higher quality players so that we are in a position like someone like Brighton where they've got 85s and 86 in almost every position. We have received a bid for Hoyer. Frankfurt would like him. His contract is expiring. We were going to let him go for free. I will try and negotiate a little bit, but I think ultimately this is going to be a good deal for both parties. Or all 3 parties. They're only willing to pay 13. I mean, I'm happy to accept 13 in all honesty. Tristan Hoyer is hopefully going to leave us to go to Germany. That win takes us up to 13th again, with 4 points clear of the drop zone now, and only 4 points off the top half. Obviously, we are significantly behind those at the top end of the table, but we've played everybody in the top 8 now in those 13 games. It's Man United we have next. I think we've played almost everybody in the top half and still have a handful of those below us left to play in the first half of the season. So it's kind of the polar opposite of last year, isn't it? The run-in last year, we played all the easier games and then had all the got our points on the board, then all the hard games at the end and lost them all. This time, we've got the hard games at the beginning, have lost half of them, and now have some hopefully slightly easier fixtures where we can get some points on the board. I hoped today would go slightly better, but Aston Villa were really, really strong and lucky to get the point, if we're honest. Brighton were Brighton. And we've gotten the win against Cluj and Burnley. So back-to-back wins as we head into Manchester United, who are not that strong in this save, Wolves, who are around us, Bournemouth, who are around us, and Brentford, who are around us in the next month or so. With Ajax 2 in the Europa Conference League, and if we can get a result there, as we'll play Man United, Wolves, and Ajax in the next episode. Is there 8 games there? There's 8 games there, isn't it? I'm going to have to sim one of the games in the next episode. It's the decision as to which one. We'll probably play Ajax, but maybe we sim one of the away games against the big boys. Probably Spurs. Although Spurs are 11th and around us. Man United are actually slightly improved and are up in 9th. Intriguing decisions lie ahead as to which way we want to prioritise. I could try and sim Ajax and hope that we get through in the Europa League, we get a result. We are 4th in the Europa Conference. Sorry, I keep saying Europa League. I mean Conference League. We could hope to sim against Ajax and get a decent result. Even a draw would be enough, and then we could consider simming certainly the one at the end of the league phase against St. Pat's, because, well, they're St. Pat's, with all due respect. So maybe we concentrate solely on the Premier League again over the next couple of episodes, and we hope that we've done enough in Europe. We'll wait and see. Do let me know about that Emil Smith Rowe thing as well. Would certainly like to know whether you guys think extending his loan spell is the right thing to do. And we're going to have to start looking for a new backup right back as well. But we will have some money to make deals that we would like to in January. So hopefully we can get the right things done and our season can turn around. But we're going well in Europe. We're out the Carabao Cup, unfortunately. But we're going well in Europe. And the FA Cup will start soon, and we'll go for that again this year as well. But we do want to make sure we stay in the Premier League, don't we? Thank you very much for watching. I shall see you in the next one.